Even the lawyers are lawyering up in Hollywood. And the reason? Well, it's time for payback when it comes to the woke era, when DEI quotas had many packing their bags and being sent out, even if they were highly qualified, more qualified than those who replaced them. Get ready, because the companies are going to have to pay out. Is it Disney? Is it Netflix? Well, it's definitely Paramount, and we'll tell you what it's all about right now. Hello, folks, and welcome back to a dandy of a day. We're coming to you from somewhere sunny USA, where the sun is always shining and the studio is glistening each time you're listening to what we have to say. Truthfully, that's what we deliver. And folks, today we're going to deliver some good news for those of you who hope and wish those corporations will absolutely have to fish deep in their pockets to find money to pay back all the people they did wrong during the woke era. Now, I know that woke has not gone away, and I know that the winds of change are shifting perhaps back that way. I'm here to tell you that the money guys and the legal guys are about to shed their disguises and get to the business of getting money back out of the big companies who made them suffer under quotas based on race, gender, bedroom preferences, and more. We've got the news you need to know. We'll tell you all the details and why this is just the beginning of the floodgates opening. Click the like button, and here we go. The Hollywood Reporter has it this way from Winston Cho. Paramount is being sued by an executive who claims he was fired for being white and over 50. This is just the beginning. Joseph Jerome, who worked at the company since 1994, says he and other older white lawyers were fired last year as the company allegedly prioritized hiring minorities. Now, what do you see there, folks? It's an attorney, and he's talking about other attorneys. What do we all know when a bunch of attorneys get together? Anybody know what one attorney, two attorney, three attorney, four equals?
I do know that there's something about a bunch of attorneys and a good start.
What about a good start to a class action lawsuit? That could be on the way. What do you think about that, Lauren?
I'm interested to see where it goes.
It's possible. A white former Paramount executive had filed a discrimination lawsuit alleging that he was fired last year during a time when the company was pushing diversity. Joseph Jerome, in a lawsuit filed on Friday in California federal court, challenges Paramount's now eliminated. Pay attention to that. Why did Paramount eliminate them? Because they got bought by Skydance. Who's Skydance? Well, that's the company now that owns CBS Paramount, wants to buy Warner Brothers. The Ellisons own Skydance, and they're buddies with Trump. Okay? And Disney's dumped it too because they're terrified. But Paramount eliminated these policies, but it's not going to matter. It's not going to save them. It says some of which tied staffing goals and executive compensation to diversity, equity, inclusion goals. What do we know about Disney, folks? What do we know? Same thing for Bob Iger. Some of those guidelines were rolled back earlier this year as the Trump administration targeted what it called illegal DEI, leading to a larger retreat from such initiatives in the private sector. The lawsuit was filed after the Supreme Court earlier this year handed a modest victory to white Americans who alleged workplace discrimination, and 2 years after it struck down race-conscious admissions in higher education. Although it appears that those rulings haven't led to a major uptick in lawsuits filed by majority groups, it's becoming easier for them to make the case that they were discriminated against by their employers. Now, this goes on to talk about how this guy had worked for Paramount for 30 years. For 30 years, and was replaced by a 25-year-old intern. And apparently that his other colleagues were also replaced. It was a mass exodus, an involuntary exodus of attorneys at Paramount replaced by people who, well, were chosen for allegedly immutable differences. In other words, the way they were born. At the beginning of the last year, CMV had a roughly even split of white and minority lawyers. The lawsuit says all of the attorneys fired in the division in 2024 were white and over 50. Every single attorney let go over 50 and white. So there you go, folks. This is the beginning, I believe, of a deluge of this. If there's a whiff of this succeeding, you better believe everybody who feels like they got unfairly axed from places like Disney, they're going to hop on in and they're going to try to get a win. They're going to try to get a settlement. And this is why, even if these election results for, not even a midterm, but the pre-midterms, right? The New York City stuff and the Virginia stuff, even if that didn't go the way that you would think, if you're hoping that woke is over, even if that didn't go that way, as long as Trump is in power, as long as he has the governmental power looking over this DEI stuff, they're going to snuff that out. And these people are going to come out, and I'm telling you, we're going to see a flood of lawsuits against Hollywood. And look out as the class actions hit and people get paid all over the place for being discriminated against. It's in black and white. Wiz, what do you think? How much are these companies going to have to end up paying for this kind of stuff?
Hopefully a lot. I hope that this moves forward, because if this moves forward and it moves to the point of either a settlement or maybe it goes to court, we don't know what's going to happen. Anything is possible here. If there is massive payouts here and these companies have to pay out a lot of money, they're going to be hard pressed to do anything like this ever again moving forward. It will set the precedent that there will be consequences eventually to implementing these policies that might be based on, as Pro said, immutable facts. You know, the color of your skin when you're born. These are things you don't have control over. And that would be horrible things to base your business on. So I hope that this moves forward and that there are answers that we get in the long run, because it's just going to be better for all of us. It's not even just the conditioning of the business culture in Disney or Paramount, but other corporations are going to feel this too. In fact, the more broad this is, the more corporations that get caught up in this, the better it is for all of us in the long run.
You know, it's wild. The only thing that's not an immutable difference that seems to be a part of the discrimination is bedroom preferences. So if you went in there and said, hey, I'm this or that, or I fall into this alphabet category, you know, these attorneys, they were not clever enough. Maybe they're clever now, but they were not clever enough back then. All they had to do is go in and say, hey guys, I'm pansexual. And then the person with the pen would have said, oh, well, I don't know what that is, but I can't fire you now. Lauren, you think is that a good strategy if we ever go back into these kinds of times? Maybe we need to look up. Maybe we need to look some of these bedroom patterns up and get some really cool names out there.
I mean, I guess it could work if you wore a jerkin of Lincoln green and a feathered hat and claimed that you were never going to grow up.
I get it. Peter. All right. Well, Lauren, how much money is on the line here for these companies? What do they have to worry about going forward?
Well, it could be significant, but I guess it depends on how early can you get these lawsuits lodged and how long can they delay the process. If they delay it and things start to swing politically again, then maybe they can wait it out, you know, to where things are more favorable for them. That's kind of my fear about the upcoming midterms when we were talking about the elections, is that unless we somehow shore up things to where people begin to feel satisfied or that their needs are being met, then essentially next year the Trump term is over. He becomes a lame duck, and that means that they'll be able to outlast us. So I think there's a bigger danger there besides all of the other things that you would associate with it, because it may mean that we haven't beaten this beast yet, and it needs to be beaten.
Well, I'll tell you this. People are going to say, Pro, that's one example. This is not a deluge. One is not enough for us to say that, you know, the floodgates have been opened. Au contraire, mon frère. I just want you to see that this is happening all over the place. Warner Brothers escapes white camera operators discrimination lawsuit. The case is one of many reverse discrimination lawsuits moving through the courts. Now, you'll notice that it's quoted as reverse discrimination because that's not a legal term. That's been inserted by Caroline Calvin, I don't know. But Caroline is inserting that as a editorial subtitle. So interesting to see the bias that's in that. But yeah, this is going all over the place. These companies are facing this, and it's going to get worse, not better for them, especially if any of these, you know, entities get a win. The problem is going to be, where do they have to win it? What court system do they have to go through? California or New York. That's where these companies are based. That's where their headquarters are. And good luck. Now, if these companies were located in Texas or Florida or Iowa or Nebraska, you know, or Idaho, then you would see them going instantly into settlements. But the odds are stacked against some of these people in California and New York. We'll see how it goes, but the judges tend to favor their corporate overlords. Wiz, I got a feeling they don't want to go back to this, though. I got a feeling now that it's going to be all about belonging. That's the new term they're going with. Wiz, is that going to be the sticking term that we have from here on out? Or do you think they're just planning their next cool new phrase that'll let woke right back in the door.
Oh, absolutely. And we know for a fact that the DEI policies, they're not gone per se. They're just on hold. They're biding their time. We've heard people like those on The View talk about this all the way down to, insider documents with a lot of mega corporations that they're just going to change the terms and bide their time and wait until there's a proper opportune moment. In fact, I mean, even as far as yesterday with the most recent election, right? Trending all over X Twitter is woke is back. So there is a community of people calling for this kind of culture, not only just in the culture, but in the workplace too, to return. They're just going to wait until they have the opportunity to try again. It's not gone, it's not fixed, it's not over, which is why I hope that whoever is suing the company that would have let them go, I hope they have enough evidence, and I hope they go full force straight ahead, because whatever that outcome is, hopefully there's a lot of money made. It's going to be better for everybody in the long run.
There you go. Folks, we'll keep an eye on it. But if you were wondering, if you were wishing for these companies to finally go fishing and try to find some money to settle this thing, well, let's hope the little birdie starts singing and telling the truth, and let's hope the judges come down on them. I'm not totally optimistic given the states that these companies exist in, but we'll keep you abreast of what's happening. The best place to be is right here, and other places like the Real Life Wizard. He's fake, I tell you, but he's got non-fake news you need to know. Folks, we'll keep all the info coming to you. We'll see what happens. Hopefully, we're about to see some unjustly fired folks get real rich real fast. You know we must bid adieu for now, but folks, I encourage you, if you enjoyed this kind of video, well, we have plenty more and more on the way every single day. We do it for you. Check out the WDW Pro Channel and go click on videos. You can see the most recent ones and enjoy all the stuff we're talking about, and hopefully give us some feedback, because we would love to cater what we're doing for you. You are the consumer. You are our valued guest. It's how entertainment companies once upon a time treated the people who bought their stuff, and we're still doing it here. Folks, on the way out the door, consider clicking the like button, share, subscribe, click it, stick it to the algorithms. It is the notification bell. Drop a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. And folks, as we get ready to say goodbye, we always say this because we think you indeed are special and matter. Wherever you are and whatever you're doing, keep learning, keep growing, and keep having fun.
Jump into the water.
Why listen to music made by people and companies who really don't like you? Check out Vacation Radio today and prepare for all new content made by the people behind the WDW Pro Channel. It's the place you need for all the music. That should be fun.
Want it all, so I give them cannonball. Yeah.
Hundreds of songs, every genre you can imagine. Listen live on YouTube and enjoy a set list that's always sunny. It's Vacation Radio.
Arizona. Pineapple pizza, Hawaiian ice freeze, yeah. Can't wait to be up. 3 days of you and me.
What are you waiting for? Every WDW Pro video has a link to Vacation Radio in the video description. Try it out and subscribe today.